Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I do look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see if they play those karmic themes to help you understand why your person's doing what they're doing. What is the whole spiritual significance, and why we want to know that is because then we can look at things from a different perception. See, there's many different realities that play it at one time. Your level of consciousness is going to determine what you do, and we know it's what you do that creates the karma. It's just a lot of times we go through imbalanced experiences, and those experiences are traumatic, and they create like an imprint, an energetic imprint on the subconscious mind. And that energetic imprint is associated more with the emotion. So when we go back into similar situations, we can react the same way. And when we act the same way, that kept us safe, like in childhood, for instance, if you got triggered because you're with a narcissist, never to really, speak your truth, like you just, tried to go along with everything. I'm not saying that that's what you do. I'm saying that it's a behaviorism. When someone acts like a chameleon, they don't have an identity, and they don't have an identity because, well, their emotional survival in childhood depended on, not being true to themselves. It was more about protecting a family member or fixing an imbalance in a family dynamic, like because the imbalance could have been anything from alcoholism to abuse. It could be any whatever karmic theme, but here it is 20 years later, 15 years later, 50 years later, you wind up back in the same exact type of scenario. It would be normal for you to react the same way that you were taught to survive. However, you're going to get not the results that you want, because when you're a kid, you're not going to speak up, because you're going to get smacked. You're going to get yelled at. But if you do that in a relationship, then you don't set boundaries. So that's just an example. So we always want to know what it is that we do that creates the karmic cycle from continuing, right? I mean, a karmic cycle can only continue if we are also contributing to it. Now, that means a past life soulmate that comes into your life that isn't really coming from a high vibration, and that means they might just really lust you. Well, you might have feelings for this person. And if you have feelings for this person, you might be extra loyal. And again, meanwhile, the person's not of a high vibration. So we see how a scenario like that would play out as negative karma, that a person would come into someone's life and affect them negatively. Well, we always want to know what it is that we do so we can shape shift the energy, because it's not that you can't have what you want. You can always have what you want, even with the person that you want to be with. It's just, do you want to put in that much effort? Do you want to, play the game? And a lot of times it's not worth it. And you shouldn't, because you will lose yourself in the game. And that's why it's karmic. So let's see again what happens within the reading. I never know why I say what I say in the beginning of a reading, but somehow always a karmic theme plays out, surrounded by that little tidbit of information. Now, anything of any importance or relevance to the channel you find in the description box below, including the word of the video. You'll need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video. I do answer emails back. Because you send an email that day, it doesn't mean that I'm going to answer you that day. I have clients from all over the world, and I have a lot of things that I do. I teach. I'm on a lot of different platforms, so I will get to you. Don't think that I won't, or that I forgot you if you did send me an email. It's that, there's only so many hours in the day, and today I did not have a good day. Actually, the past couple of days, I was really sick, so I haven't even been on. And when I say sick, I thought I had my kidney stone was moving, and then I had a bout of like IBS, not to get too graphic, but it's like I felt like all my energy was off the past couple of days. So I'm back on track. And if you do want to enter into winning a reading with me, do definitely write the word in the video. And also, keep those comments coming. I appreciate you guys. All right, now the word in the video is intuition. Intuition. I'm gonna pull. Oh, that just kind of fell out, and it's like powerless. So I feel like you're in separation with someone that there is an ESP connection, there is intuition, and this person also is tapped into their intuition on you and is like, I'm not going to reach out because I don't have anything to offer. This is the energy. Like I don't have anything to offer right now. I don't want to come back. I feel like you're in a connection with somebody that said that they were going to get a divorce and they weren't really quite sure that they were going to get a divorce. Well, they actually wound up getting the divorce. But in the fact that they got the divorce, they don't really have anything. And so again, this person's tapped into you because you always had a spiritual connection, ESP through the heart and mind. This person said that they were going to leave. And I feel like they don't have anything to give. So they feel powerless. They know that they also didn't treat you right. So, because again, they didn't know whether they were going to leave. And they know that intuitively, you know that. So they're like, I'm like, I don't really know how to approach you because I know I didn't treat you right. So there's this energy, and you're dealing with someone that's extremely insecure. And when you were dealing with them at the time, they were very selfish. So that overrid the spiritual connection is what I feel. So when you were dealing with them, let's see what life was like. Kept out. Well, they didn't let you in their life. What they did was they breadcrumbed you. They kept you on the hook. They were, they didn't really invite you around their friends, their family. This is someone that is very loving. This is someone that's very kind. You did not get that version of them. You got an asshole. You got someone that was a player, that didn't know whether they were going to leave their wife or not, or their husband. Again, take it as it resonates. They didn't know. And they jerked you around a lot. They kept you on the hook. I feel like you never gave in to this person. And there's a part of this person that knows because you didn't give in to them, that you see right through them. You know exactly who they are. So intuitively, they're not coming towards you because they're like, you probably don't even want to hear from me. And I don't have anything to offer. If I'm going to come back, I would actually have to offer something. So again, they kept you out. You felt unsafe because what happened is that they gaslighted, they lied. So, here it is. Some of you have jobs and professions that it wouldn't look good if, it looked like you were cheating morally, they didn't care. And then some of you just were like, well, I don't want to catch a disease. I don't know who else you're sleeping with. It's like, or who else you're with. And also, I don't know what crazy person you're married to that puts up with your BS. It's like where you tell people that you're getting a divorce or that you're leaving, but you never really leave. So who are you dealing with? So you felt unsafe, like this person's not telling me the whole story. And in the fact that they're not telling me the whole story and they're breadcrumbing me and keeping me out, I'm not playing along with this game. If anything, it activated your trauma and you called their bluff. Because once you felt this energy, you were like, oh, like you had unresolved trauma and this person took out their bullshit out on you because they also have unresolved trauma. I just feel like what they did was it activated traumas within inside of you, of abandonment, of trying to make you feel less than, making you feel inadequate, gaslighting you, manipulating you. And so you called this person's bluff because they thought because there was a spiritual connection and an intuitive connection, again, ESP through the heart and mind, that you weren't going to leave. But it's like there was their negativity. It's like that kept putting you into a place of fear that you already knew that this person was going to betray you because they were actually doing it already because it's not like they fully left that person. They didn't know what they were doing with that person. I feel like they have an attachment with that person. So it's not even like you were afraid that this person would destroy your life. It's the person that's attached to them that would destroy your life. You knew because you're like, this person is so selfish And they were not just selfish with you, they were going around talking to other people. They didn't give you anything. And even though there was a spiritual connection, even though there was an intuitive connection, because I think you triggered their insecurity because you stood in your truth. You stood in your truth. But you're like, they tried to make you feel like out of place, like you didn't fit in, like there was something wrong with you, when really, all they were doing was gaslighting you because they were lying to you. Again, trying to make you feel undervalued, almost as if you would stick around and tolerate whatever little breadcrumbs they gave so that they could stay connected to this person. Like, almost that's what you felt like. Are they really going to leave, or are they not really going to leave? They're going to leave, but they were going to hold on to that person and still be with me and maybe run around with whoever else. That they were, again, doing a lot of things. And then when they weren't getting their way, what this person did was they stonewalled you and they tried to forget about you by avoiding you. But they couldn't stay away because there still is like passion between them and you, is what they feel, so, or understand what they're afraid of is that you already went through this before, and that they're gonna, like, are we gonna go through this again? Like, this happened too many times. I feel like you gave this person a lot of chances, and they also know that you gave them a lot of chances and you didn't deserve how they treated you. So that's why they don't really know how to fix this. And then again, to make matters worse, they avoided you by not taking accountability by what they did. So what happened is that you did try to create boundaries with them, but they wouldn't, again, they don't listen. They create a lot of major trust issues, almost like, I'm going to be the way that I want to. They almost kept trying to, like, you would tell them, hey, this is what I need, or try to set appropriate boundaries with them. And that might even mean, like, I'll hang out with you, but I don't want to really be sexual with you. And then they would continue to, like, make passes and be very flirty and touchy in that way. So after a while, you're like, you're with somebody else. You're not offering me anything. You're punishing me because I'm not being subservient to you. It's activating my trauma. You don't think that I'm going to leave because we have this spiritual connection, but you're essentially giving me these breadcrumbs, and I can intuitively tell that you don't really know what the fuck you're doing, whether you're staying with that person, whether you're leaving that person, but you tell everybody as soon as you meet them that you're leaving that person. So there's a sense that you don't feel like you're the only person that they've, lied to. It's like they've made a sport out of it. So understand, the person that's connected to them, has to be off. If someone that puts up with that, you are the first person to make me feel this way. This is how they feel now. Like, it's, again, because they actually feel guilty. They feel guilty because you held to a certain standard. You didn't give in to this person. You called their bluff. They didn't see that happen. They're saying they're making changes for the better. Like I said, there's a sense that this person knows that they can't come to you right now. They can't come to you without having some money. They can't come to you unless they're going to really put in effort because they didn't treat you well. And they know that. This person actually thinks that they can win you back. I feel like this is their natural way of doing things too. They tend to, like, fuck things up to the point that they're not repairable, and then go back into the connection and give it 110% after they ruin whatever the connection was or whatever they do. They have a lot of self-sabotaging behavior. So again, this person right now, they're not talking to you because they don't know whether you're going to want to even talk to them. But what they are doing is they're making changes in their life. They're changing their life. I can't stand the thought of you with someone else. So I think that you need to date somebody else. That's what I think. And the reason why is because you can't make it easy for this person when they come back, because they're already planning on coming back, because they wouldn't be like, can't stop thinking about you. They're trying to manifest you back through the thoughts and the emotions that they have for you, making changes, like setting it up to try and fix it, because they already know that, they're gonna have to like really do a lot to fix the connection. They already know that because of the betrayal. They know that. And they also know that there's a good chance you're not going to take them back because of the betrayal. So they know. I feel like I can be my true self around you. They're like reflecting back on the connection, and there's a lot of passion and desire, and that's what's fueling the connection. So we have to say, well, what else are they doing? Because we see that they're in a place of healing. So let's look at the healing cards, see what they're healing from. Because again, this person was in a very low energy when you met them. So again, they're healing from this not enough. Remember that this person's working on their money right now. They know that they don't have any energy, and they know that they don't really have an identity. It's like and I say that because they were connected to someone they didn't really even want to be connected to. They told you that it was over when it was really before it was over. They didn't really know what they wanted. I think that this person always wanted their freedom, but didn't want to lose whatever the benefits were from being with that person. But understand, being connected to someone else and then breadcrumbing a lot of different people, well, what life did you create for yourself? There's nothing there. Like the person that you were with, you weren't with, and the people that you were kind of hooking up with, there's nothing there. And there was actually a connection here that you didn't feed, that you shit all over. And this is what this person knows. It's like now that they have nothing. So they're going to come back into your life with nothing, no identity. They need to work on themselves. And for a long time, this person was lazy, and they still are a little bit lazy. And I think it's because they're stuck and stupid. They're imbalanced. Again, not knowing what to do, almost like they are making changes for the better because I feel like they moved out. They finally got a divorce. Hell, but now what they're dealing with is that life is empty. What's here? Nothing. Because where did you put your time? Towards bullshit. So are you doing anything to fix it? No, they're lazy because, well, I don't really have enough. And they stay in a place of imbalance, is what you're seeing. And understand, if you don't think that this person is still letting their ego run the show, they are, because when you met them, they were in a place of authority. They don't want to be looked at as anything less than authority. So you don't know whether that person that was connected to them that finally divorced them or left them, like I feel like did a number, because they don't have anything now. They're in a place of lack. And if they were in a place of authority at one point, they had a position that no longer that they have. And also they need to know that they can't come back half-assed, because they're going to have to build the trust. It's like, and this person doesn't even trust themselves right now. They're working on the trusting themselves. When we say, what are they doing? It's again, we're being forced to look at the trauma, and it's not really that if they're volunteering to look at the trauma, understand that. But their life and them being lonely and being empty and having a nothing, like lack, and you not talking to them, well, has activated their trauma to make them look at their old habits. And that really what they did was it put them into a place of disempowerment, where this person is normally can be really, really, really successful, but clearly they have unresolved trauma that they didn't heal. So when you met this person, they were living imbalanced. I feel like they lied, and they were never really going to leave that person, to be honest with you. I feel like they don't normally have connections. You're the first person to make them feel this way. So they're like, well, I don't normally fall in love. I don't normally have this type of connection. No, really, no. So like, that's the issue, I mean, on the first card on the top says, I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but sometimes I judge this situation instead of surrender to it. Okay. So understand that this person, they don't know, these cards fell out. Let's see. The next equinox or solstice, you're going to be important changes. This person's coming to you. I know that, because they're not happy because other either people, behaviorisms, and situations is playing a role in what's happening with them. And it's hard for them to see a way out, but they are getting a way out, but they're not happy. And the reason why is it's like it's either behaviors or people, but we know they got away from a karmic. But it's the behaviorisms that this person brings in. And sometimes I feel like you're speaking to me in my head. At times it triggers me because I wonder how much you can see in me. Like this person has a lot of dark shadows from experiences that they've gone through. They put on a facade. They wanted you to perceive that they were this big authority. Understand they were, for them to be in the place that they are now, in a place of lack, they didn't have as much control as they wanted you to see. They tried to make it you perceive that that person that was connected to them didn't have any power. That person had a lot of power. That person had a lot of power, and that's why your person never really knew what they were going to do. They didn't think that they were going to have such a strong connection. And the thing is, you do see through them, and that terrifies them because this person is used to being a liar. Because you can't be like with you know, connected to someone and living that life, but also on the other hand, running around. I mean, they were running around, they met you, they weren't expecting to meet you and have a connection with you. They normally don't care. It's again, I want to talk to you, but I'm not sure I'm ready to share everything and give you the answers that you deserve because it's like, well, what the fuck happened? And what the fuck happened is that I feel like this person said that they had left a connection or were in the process and that they started to, and then they felt guilty, and then that person was able to lure them back in. That's what I feel like happened. And so they know that they didn't treat you right because they're like, well, if I was there giving to them, I wasn't giving you anything and I wasn't building with you. And now that person, like, for all we know, like dumped them, like, I mean, we just know that they're divorced or that it ended. Again, I'm trying to figure out this connection. I've never experienced anything like this. I feel like the sexual energy between us, yet it's beyond physical and needs to be elevated, to unconditional love. And this person knows it, like time's running out. You're over it. You're like, and that's why this person is like, knows I have to come and say something to you. I'm not ready to give you all the answers. I'm not, because they still don't know what they're doing. There's still a sense of, I don't know how this is going to look. I don't know whether I want to go back into another relationship, is what I really feel. It's like, or, like this person was living out of balance for a very long time. And I feel like, the person that was connected to them did a lot. This person does, regardless, want to make a truth. They're the ones that are going to come to you because they know you are never coming to them. They know that you are never talking to them ever again. And they, again, offer romance, okay? They might come in offering friendship, but they want more than friendship. And I don't think you should take anything less than relationship. Because when a person comes in with friendship, it's like, it's easy for you. I can change my mind at any time. Like you can't make it easy for this person. It's like, even though like they're ready to work, they need to work to get you back into their life. It's like, because their heart was closed. This person wants to, again, balance in the relationship. And there's a sense that they are ascending, believe it or not. They are seeing things from a different perception, but right now at this time, like again, like you're not willing to take this person back and they're not coming at this time. It's very unlikely because they don't have enough. They don't have enough. And they know if they're going to come in, they have to come in the right way. See, they fucked themselves because they treated you really badly. And then they procrastinated and did everything that they did. Then they didn't know first they didn't know what they wanted. Then they did that. And now it's like they actually have nothing to give. And they treated you badly that they know that they have to come in and give a lot more. But they want to say, oh, I'm going to accept whatever it is that you offer. I'm going to like come in with the truth. I want romance, but I'll take friendship. I'll prove that I'll be devoted to you. And, but there's a sense, again, this person is future planning because there's this ESP connection. So regardless of whether you want this person to come back or not, they are moving forward. It's like, but, it is like like it could be karmic because there's a sense of this person feels like you're their destiny. I don't know why. Again, this soul connection is what they felt, and they always knew who you were, but they undermined it. They weren't ready. So this is where they are. So it's going to really be up to you whether you're going to take this person back or not. It's a collective reading. So I'm not going to say yes or no. I feel like this person is going through, like, again, ascension. So they're awakening. Um, they're awakening. Let's see. So it makes sense, but let's look at the hidden truths for you, how you feel, again, or the person in this story, because it may not be you. Remember, it's a collective reading, but let's just see. We're only going to pull like two to get like in a sense. Um, I can't stop thinking about you. So again, the person in this story and finding out the truth crushed me. So I think, again, there's a part of you that's still very connected, but this person hurt you. They hurt you. It's like you're like, I thought that you were divorced already. I thought you left already. I didn't think that you could treat me like that. So you're still kind of hurt, and that's really what it is. It's like you still are like hurt, and this doesn't even belong in this. This says roundabout, okay? So it's almost like this person's coming back in perfect timing, and I just feel like there's a part of you that is going to keep it moving in your life, and I feel like if the relationship takes a new direction, and that's what, like, there's a sense, you want to tell this person how you feel, because they cross the line with you, but there is a connection. There's so many things remind me of you, it's like that. It's like you see the connection. And when things were good with this person, they were really good. And so there's a part of you that's like, I don't think I think that part of you has feelings, but they hurt you and you don't know, and you're gonna see whether or not it really does take a new direction. If it takes a new direction and you can see that, then you'll give the person a chance. Otherwise, you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like until I'm actually confronted with that, because this person might have been away for a long time. Like there's a sense that they're away. That's why they're afraid to come back, because they know that they kind of just ghosted you, didn't treat you right. And then we see again, what did it do? It awakened rage inside of you. And I feel like that rage is because you were not treated right growing up. So there's a sense of being overlooked, forgotten about, abandoned, not emotionally being supported. And this person was giving their emotional support to somebody else. Again, they were going to take what they wanted to take from you and go back with that person, because that's what they were doing. They couldn't do that. They see that, oh, I tried to treat you like everybody else. They can't, but they tried to still do it. So I think, again, it brought up a lot of rage. And in that rage, it pushed you into like finding your magic. You're someone that's very intuitive. You were like, I'll be damned, you're not going to make me look stupid. It's like, and you took your power back. And what happened is you poured your energy into yourself and you found your magic. And this person sees your magic now too. And they're really sorry that they treated you the way that they did, but they're seeing a different version of you. But part of them is really confused too, because they're like, this is who I thought you were. And not saying that it was right for them to treat you that way, before they saw you, before they saw your magic. But nevertheless, it's like, I was always that way. You don't know who the fuck I am. It's like, there's a part of you that was like, this is like, you got mad. You got mad. You got mad. That's what it awoken. And we only find our magic if this is like an inner child card. Well, that means psychically, because you didn't feel safe. You didn't feel safe with this person, especially if they're a man. What kind of man is that? That you're gonna sit there and you're gonna like pretend that you're left somebody, but you're still like playing house and then running around and getting your needs met from other people. Of course you didn't feel safe. Of course it made you angry, made you rageful. It's like, who the hell are you to treat me that way? And that's why this person's afraid to contact you. And again, it brought your rebellious side out. Meaning, again, you think you're going to treat me that way, I'm going to show you a different side of me. And one that's powered by your fire again. And that fire element is alchemy, right? It's when we are able to integrate and then transmute that energy through fire. And it was through your magic. That's why this person is seeing you for who you are now. And they're like, they feel stupid. It's again, and what is you're like, I don't know if I want to take you back because you did that. And this person knows that. That's why they're going to come in with the big guns and try and win you over because they know if they don't bring it all, you're going to be like, fuck you. I'm not interested. Not now, not ever. Because this is how you're coming back and you're not putting it all on the table, then it's not real. If you're only going to put your little toe in, it's like because you already got the breadcrumbs. And because they took so long, they see you pulling away. You're not giving them attention. You're giving somebody else attention. That's what they know. You gave yourself self-love. And that's the thing. This was something that you needed to learn in childhood. So you knew exactly how to do it already. You knew how to do it already. And it was not through waiting for somebody to give you that protection, to give it to you. No, that's not what you did. You said, nope, I'm going to give it to myself because you neglected me. And that's emotionally, psychologically, and every other way. You gave nothing. And that's where you came from. So again, it brought up a lot of rage. It brought up a lot of anger for you to look at, for you to be like, that's it. That's why this person knows exactly what they did. They know like you don't want to talk to them right now. And that's why, like I said, they're like you got their attention now. I think for a long time they were like, like this person seems like a real low vibe, running around thinking that they were untouchable. And now what happened is like they're coming back, they're in a different place now. Don't make it easy. If you take this person back, do not make it easy. Make them give. Make them give. Because their heart's closed. For them to treat you like that, it means, again, you're an option. That's how they treated you. They treated you like an option. And it should make you mad. It should make you rageful. Again, it was disrespectful. This person, just everything backfired on them. They never thought that they would have feelings like this. Now they do. And what they see is they burnt a bridge. So if they're going to, actually come back, they have to build that fucking bridge. They're going to have to buy the wood, do the hard labor and do it, and don't you dare help them if you take them back. And are they going to like it? No. But again, who cares? Did you like it? No. Make sure that emotionally that you're fed and that you don't care. Let them get mad. Let them see what it feels like. They won't do it again. Spirit says about time you go into uncharted waters to evoke your curiosity to discover new abstracts of life instead of this story where this person breadcrumb. Really, it's their karma that you wouldn't take them back. To be honest with you, Spirit says you should go into uncharted waters. How are you ever going to see yourself differently? This situation was just to shed the light on the darkness, to gain the deep wisdom so you can transform. But understand this person is coming back in divine timing. So there is this soul's calling, and again, and there are infinite possibilities either which way, whether you choose this person or not, is what Spirit's saying. You have free will to choose. But understand, if you're going to be angry, and you can't forgive them, don't take this person back. Go into the uncharted waters, see a different version of your life, yourself, because you're not the same person. You're going to meet different people. And you don't have to teach this person. This person, I do kind of feel like they're a soulmate twin flame because they're coming back in divine time. They were past life karmic that wants to come back and actually give you romance and actually wants to like fix it. You know, they know you're their destiny. They just feel like it. So because of that, but you still have free will. But either way, your life is going to be great. It's again infinite possibilities for you, that the only opportunities that are not offered are the ones that you really don't take, right? Is what Spirit's saying. It's like it'll be your choice. And as of right now, there's a part of you that's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And that might mean I know I'm not going to take the person back, but I don't know how I'm going to react. And it depends on the day right now. And that's because they did a lot of shit and they know it. And that's why they're like, that's why they're in the energy that they're in. And that's why I said, make them stew in it the way that they made you stew in it. Because not because it's like I'm punishing you, but because this is what it felt like. And chances are, if you know what it feels like, you won't do it again. Like this person has never been put in this position. That's why they don't really know what to do. It's like you held firm. You called their bluff. That doesn't happen. So all the power resides with you. And that's what this person is like, also has a little bit of a problem with, but it needs to be because they need to surrender their egos. And so Spirit says, faith, have faith. Know that you're confident, be confident, and that you will achieve your goals. To live in the present and have faith in the future, to firmly believe in your value within the universe. That's what you needed to learn. That even though your parents or family might have, like again, neglected you, we see they didn't give you the emotional support, they didn't protect you, to the point that you felt like you needed to do it yourself. You needed to be like an adult yourself. Rebellious is that I'm gonna fucking do it. You're not gonna tell me what it is. It's like I'm gonna do what's best for me. You tell me that I'm this person. No, well, I'm not that person. I'm this person. It's like, but when you do that, you're the squeaky wheel. And then the family tends to look at you like, oh, this one's into whatever, like they're into witchcraft or whatever, there's the cards, and everybody else is into reading and schoolwork. And here it is, you're into, you march to your own drum. So, this is who I am. I don't care that you're going to neglect me, but it made you angry. Like, who the fuck are you? And that's what this person did. He didn't see that side of you. See, he saw the nice side of you. He didn't realize, or she didn't realize, that they came into your life and they awakened a lot of wounds, I mean, and let me tell you something. The soulmate, twin flame, doesn't matter if it's girl and girl, guy and guy, doesn't matter. That love is deep. That love is deep. And you want to claw that person's face off because it's almost like, how dare you? They had the power to do that. Well, guess what? They awoken those wounds in you, but you definitely awaken the wounds inside this person because they're changing and they're changing for the better. So Spirit says, just have faith. I'm going to leave it there. You let me know how you resonated, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.